Chava united with the snake, and we said it's a snake of Kedusha. We explained. Yeah, we said that last week. Okay. We said that's when the Chava has to go down into the oil to the world, and when she does that, is the Yanika to the Chitzonim. We say Chava is Gematria Yotet. We're explaining what the Indian of the Milui is, the Milui of the Milui in relation to a person's speech. Okay. Maybe we'll just do it again because it's a whole thing, it's a whole sugya. So Kuf Chav Bet, second paragraph. Okay, there's another copy right there. If anyone wants it, right there, there's a copy. Okay, so it says Alpizeh Muvan Maimer Azor. The Zohar Kodesh says Atat Chava La'alma Itubik. Chava came into the world and then connected herself, etc., to the snake. He said Chava is Gematria Yutet, which is the Milui of Shema. Chol Milui B'chinet Gilui. Milui means Gilui, as we explained last time. Kmo Ot Yud, like Yud. Sharei Etzem Ha'ot Hu Hayud Atzmo. The essence of the letter is the Yud itself. When you say Yud, you're making the Milui. You're saying Yud. You're not saying Yeah. It would also be something. You can't say Yud by itself. How do you pronounce Yud by itself?
Yud.
That could be Yud, Vav,
Yud. Yud Kamatzala.
Yeah, only Hey. I guess only Hey. Hey, you could do it. Everything else you can't do because Hey is a light letter, so you could say that. Yeah, I don't. Okay, now you say Vav and Dalet. Sharei Zeu B'chinat Itkalut Yud. It's a revelation of Yud. Call Itkalut to B'chinat Yeshut. Whenever you have a revelation, it's in the state of Yeshut. Which this Yeshut is the Achoraim and the Chitzonius alone. And we're explaining this because we explained when a person is at a level where he says, "Look at me, I'm bittul." He's saying that's a shorish of Kalipa of Atzilus, and from there comes all this Yeshut that comes down afterwards. Okay, Yesh milu v'milu de milui. There's a milui and a milu of the milui. Okay, which basically the milui is Yud Vav Daled, and the milui of that is Yud Vav Daled. Dalid, Lamed, Tough.
You take the total numbers, subtract 26.
Yeah, I'm saying how to do the milu of the milui. You have to spell each letter.
Yeah, spell each letter.
And then Yud Vav. Oh, sorry, I missed the Vav. Vav is Vav Aleph Vav, for example. Okay, and then so the difference between them is the milui, B'chilat Shaychus Adayin El Ha'etzem. Milui is connected to the essence. Shavei Omer Gamet Ot Atzmo Im Milui, because he's saying the letter itself with the milui, like Yud. Aval midamiloi hareino omer et ota etzmo. You don't say the letter itself, and this is achoraim of achoraim, and this is chava, which is malchus. The way it becomes a source for biyah, as it says, Laila lelaya chaveh da'at. Laila hu she'eno me'ir b'chinat shemesh avaya. Laila is when the shemesh of avaya is not shining. Shehu b'chinat etzem the shem avaya, the essence of shem avaya, ki im b'chinat miloi levad, just the miloi itself, which is Laila and Choshech. B'frat b'chinat milui the milui, and all the more so you have the milui of the milui, which is the concept of the achoraim of malchus that hides itself in biyah to be a source for them. And this is what we said last time, that it says Ita Chava Alma Itpaket Bechavia. This Chava went down and united with the snake. What is okay? Is there b'chinat nachas the kedusha? We said this is the nachas of kedusha. The snake is holy. What is it? It's mochin the kadnut of Shem Elokim, which is dinim and gvurat. When a person sees that he's being judgmental and he's being down and this and that, his mind's in kadnus because everything is in din. If it's not like that, if you had mochin the gadlus, you're full of rachamim. If it's full of din, then you're in kadnus basically. But it is a form of kedusha as well.
You said that the snake is holy?
Snake is the holiness of it basically represents moichin the kanut. Contracted consciousness is the nafas of kedusha. That's what we're saying.
There's two sides, meaning that the nachash could have.
You can have a klipa nachash. This is talking about kedusha nachash.
So the kedusha nachash is mochin
Kanut, yeah.
That's the higher consciousness?
No, lower. Constricted. It's when a person's in dinim, it's in judgment.
Skinny little.
Right.
Yeah.
as opposed to what's the higher consciousness
The moch-
represented as?
Oh, it doesn't say necessarily in relation to here. You're saying.
Well, here
the
it's
snake
saying-
is this, so what's
Okay,
the, I don't know.
so
It
there
doesn't
has
say.
to be another side.
It's that Ogoran, it's a Chayin, it's that
Well,
Ogoran,
yeah,
the
it's-
snake is the
yeah, you could say it's Chayin.
And the other side, it's not Mochin de Katnut, it's Mochin de Sitracha. It's the evil side, the evil blade. So in the Mochin, saying the holy aspect of the snake is the Mochin de Katnut de Kedusha.
So it's kind
Yeah, I mean, Chava meaning that Chava was with the snake of Klippa. I mean, this is Chava we're talking about.
Yeah, she wasn't with the snake of Klippa, contrary to popular beliefs.
At the time, it was an aspect of Kedusha, Gan Eden, it was part of Gan Eden.
Yeah.
So what, that's the
The
whole.
snake was a
level
servant. It
between,
was a servant for a
temple.
man. Okay, obviously.
Choikarachamida is here.
When a person's in dinim, obviously you
Down,
can get
become
tricked.
the ultimate
Okay,
people.
so
Right, down the road.
we're saying there's a unika by Mochin the Kandus because you're in dinim. So there's a unika there. So Shem Avaya is Mochin the Gadlus. It is the inyan of Rachamim. Shem Elokim is Katnus. Okay, so you can check it pretty quickly by being crazy judgmental and well, I'm Mochin the Kandus. I feel Rachamim. Expansion, and then a Kedusha.
There's a Baal Shem Tov. You want to check your level where you're holding and your
Yeah.
Gadol Zakatnus. See if you can be down the Chavskus on everybody in the room. If you can, then you can be down the Chavskus. Find merit for everybody in the room. If you can do that, then you're doing good in the Gadol.
Yeah, that's true.
That's pretty.
Yeah, if you're finding all the problems, everyone, you're big Katnus.
Difficult every time.
It's difficult, but it's.
The Baal Shem Tov said, as a check
Tangible.
there, see if you can find merit for everybody. If you have trouble finding merit for a certain person or something,
You can take
then
steps.
that's a sign that
You're dinim. Yeah.
You can always find good stuff.
Indian who? Yeah. Yeah. and Indian who? The Indian do the beginnet Malchus, the beginnet Gvorot. Malchus is comes from Gvorot. It says Melech Memishpat Amir Aretz. And Yesh Bezeh Beit Madrega. There's two levels: Gvorot Memutakot, and Gvorot Mamash. There are Gvorot that could be sweetened, and there's Gvorot themselves. Kamo b'mishtei Torah ba'onesh Malchus. If someone does something against the Torah, you might get punished with whips. Even though that's judgment, you're fixing it. You fix it through this. Since he's whipped, he's like your brother. So it's okay.
Being whipped.
Whips are made out of snakeskin.
This isn't it? Could someone turn the fan? Doesn't go over here. It's pushing the pages here.
the rocket.
Don't put the last one, so it's going to be completely.
It's what?
You put the last one, that's why it's at 39, not 40. That's
40, yeah. 40 they would die. Yeah. Aval yesh din rachman tzad she'en b'chid tikun. Someone says a din without tikun. Agam dekol mishvei Torah hem again. Even though the whole reasons of Torah is to fix, as it says. Hainu sha'tikun eina b'mkomo. The tikun is not in its place. Like in any chayiv mitat beitin. Remember the beitin says it's chayiv mita. Okay, shehu she'ifshar lo lishab b'mkomo. Meaning for him to come to his tikkun, he cannot stay in his place. By pushing him away, then he gets fixed. Okay, by the mitat beitin, he gets fixed. Okay, this is full on gvuros. Malchus b'nina mikvurot deza. Malchus is built from the gvuros of Zeir Anpin. Imken yesh beza gam ken min gvurot. Therefore, Zeir Anpin has gvuros in it. Okay, hainu sheyesh b'chinat small doche b'shvil yamin mekarevet. There's a left that pushes away for the right to pull forward. Yesh b'chinat dechila gamra chamatzon, and you also have a complete pushing away. K'mo derech mashal b'melech basar v'dam shekoes al avdo. If a king is upset at his servant, v'dan u'ma'anishato ad shelo avdo karaui, and he punishes him for not serving him properly. If you often hit nasut gluto in accordance with how lifted up the master is. Yesh b'zeh fresh is a difference. Ima eved hu k'dabai b'chol imnav. Let's say the servant is good in all things. Rak b'prat echad eino k'dabai kol kach. But one thing he's not so good at. Hari ma'anishato, so he punishes him. Mikol makom nishar al mekomo. But he still stays the servant. He just punishes him on the one thing he's not doing good. But let's say now all of the work he's doing is not good.
This guy's total.
Yeah. You gotta get him out. Okay? כמו אלישע שדחפו לגיחזי בשתי ידיים. Elisha pushed away Gichzi in two hands, okay? If anyone knows the story there, Shalach al yedei zeh, medechi el dechi. He went from, you know the story? And Sota is brought down, okay?
Oh, was that the?
You know it?
That's the. She
Memzah.
was like the daughter of the queen. Like,
End of Sota.
what was this?
He was the servant of Elisha.
First, I know he pushed him away physically.
He pushed him with two hands. And then he pushed him away, and then he kept on going to lower and lower.
Story, I think.
You know the story now?
He took money from the landmark after Elisha
From the king.
General. From Sarai.
Yeah.
So he wanted to give him gifts, and Elisha said, I will take him gifts for God. And now, the Hazi took it.
Uh-huh.
He went back.
Oh,
Story. He said he students came from
I heard
this.
Ephraim.
Yeah.
And then he cursed him, and then he would be Mitzorah himself, and then him and all his children.
Taurus.
And then there's another story about his children, but I don't remember. Maybe in the Gemara you're saying it talks about him physically pushing him away. It didn't physically say physically pushing him away, but not for that.
Yeah.
So when he hit him, he hit his thing.
He pushed it, yeah. And then he went from-
And he came back. He's like, "What do you think happened? Only shut up, and you're gonna hide gold. You're gonna hide silver for me. Silver and."
Okay. So in this case, we were saying at the second level, he had to push him away. He couldn't have a tikkun in his place. Sometimes you have gvurot that the whole purpose is chesed, and then you have gvurot themselves. All gvuros are katnut. They're all small. The a king that gets mad at his servant. Tainu. Is when the work of the servant actually matters to the king. If the king is completely removed, much higher than the servant, then it doesn't really matter what the servant does. He's doing a good job or bad job, what does it matter? The king is beyond all that. So all of the diktukim, which basically means a person looking at all the details, he did like this and he said like that. When he said this thing, he moved his hand like this, and maybe he said like that. It's all because the person's in katnus. You're in a small-mindedness, and these gvuras are taking hold of you.
Come on, you're gonna read into that.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna try to figure out what he was thinking when he did this thing and that. It's okay. It's all katnus. This is the holy snake. This is the small-mindedness. This is what it says that Chava connected with the Chavia, with the snake, which is the level of Achoraim. The Achoraim, the Malchus, which receives only from the continents of Zera Anpin. Through this could come a Yanika to the other side. This is what it means, that the snake put Zuhama. That there's a place for these very strong Gvuros. Which take from the exterior of Malchus. Now, just like in feelings, you come to your own feelings. Okay, it's like when you're doing davening and you're feeling yourself, you're focused on how you feel, so you're going into this level of the Achoraim and Achoraim. And so too, the smallness of your mind. Is when you're judging and when you're making dikdukim about this, about that. It means you are in katnus right there. There could be a big yinika and a chiza from the other side. Or the malchus being partuf litziruf. Okay, it doesn't explain what that is. There's my mind about that. Okay, in Torah exactly. It says, and then it says Ata Noach. And then Noach came along, and it says about him, Vayesh min hayayin vayesh. He drank the wine and became drunk. V'hainu shagam hu lo tiken. He also wanted to fix the problem, but didn't do it. Mishum the yain hu bechinat gvuras hu inyan hagasha. Wine is also gvurat, and therefore its own feelings, and he didn't fix the original problem. Okay, so then who came and fixed it? Sarah. Yeah, Chava made the problem, and then Noah came. Was there someone else that came? Is there Zohar? You know?
So Noah
Noah, he tried to fix it.
tried to fix
What Chava with the snake, when going into the small-mindedness. So fix it through wine. And he says, no, you can't fix the wine. Wine is Gvura itself. So then Sarah came and fixed it.
With
We're going to see now.
what was Noah doing what he did? What did he
What was
think
the
about it
intentions?
that would make him think that he fix it?
I think what David Israel says was Yain and Shuma Shishma Bereshit. That was in those
Oh.
grapes that he had. And
Okay.
that he was able to have the Yain and Shuma.
And therefore what? Therefore what?
Then he was able to access that Bechina, the Moichin of Gan Eden. And he was
Uh-huh.
able to interact.
Wine expands your mind.
Yeah.
But getting drunk turns it into Gvura. Only if you have a certain amount of wine, it makes an expansion. When you go a little bit more, it turns into Gvuras. So we got drunk and went into
What,
Gvuras.
he miscalculated how much he drank? I mean, it's Noah. He knew how to build a teva.
Well, there's it's actually it's a Torah look to Moran talks about this. Why the wine, but most people don't know how to do it anymore. But no, maybe he knew how to do it, but he went too far. I'm not sure. But I guess when you drink a certain amount, it gives you expansion. Because basically, it says the chesed is malubash in your das. So when you have wine, it can expand the chesed, so you feel more expansion. When you expand it too much, it turns into gvura, and it turns into rage and all that stuff.
It also says in Zohar that it was yain and chadash.
Therefore.
it was fresh wine and everything, so it was more intoxicating. And then it brings him to the lechus. He had chafel was a man because he needed to make the tikkun, so he drank the yain and chadash. It was more intoxicating. If he had waited a little bit until the wine was not totally fresh, it would have had exactly the effect that he intended.
Are you saying if he waited, then it would have been okay?
Yeah.
So why not try it again? He failed once, try it again. It took 10,000 times.
Well,
to
it
make
caused a
this
lot of
light bulb.
problems. So it caused a lot of problems. Yeah, you got a big move. And then all of a
So
sudden
let Shane
started
do it.
fighting.
What, Shane can't do it?
Look, they all started fighting. When kids start fighting, it's over. You know.
So Shane, so Malchi Tzedek gave Abraham wine and bread.
Yeah,
Was,
okay.
was maybe he telling him, don't just do it with the wine, also do it with the bread?
Good question. It's a good
Why did
question.
you-
It does make you less drunk when you have bread also.
It
It's
doesn't.
got to coat your
It
stomach a
does.
little
It
bit.
does make you
It
less
makes you
drunk.
less drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on halakha too.
Therefore, what?
So it's like his thing. Like
So
he
he
gave me
should
that
have
wine and
been
bread.
talking the thing. You're saying Avram should have been talking it from.
No, meaning Shane was saying, look, my father tried, it didn't work. Maybe you try it now, but know that the secret ingredient is bread.
Make day kiddush.
Because Sarah was making matzah for the angels.
Okay.
So I don't know. Therefore, I don't know.
Maybe that wasn't the
It's a little
intent. I don't know.
crazy
You're
line,
saying
yeah.
today have to.
Okay, so let's see what the Rebbe's parish is on how Sarah made the tikkun.
So bread is.
Yeah, let's say like okay, maybe it's a question about Abraham. Okay, good question. Let's see. At Sarah nachtat v'salikt. Sarah came down and then she went up. Here Sarah is also Malchus. And Sarah is the Lashon Sarah. Okay. Here's Rashi and Parsha. No, okay. Amnam. Nikra Sarah is called Sarah, which is Sar Hey. Shemeirim b'malchus b'chinat Hey chasarim de'aba. Okay, why is Sarah called Sar Hey? Because she shines into Malchus from the Hey chasarim of Abba. So basically, in Malchus you have to shine Chesed. Okay, and that's how it says when Nachtit v'salik. That's how she went down and she went up. How did she go up? Because the Chesed was shining in her. Okay, and okay. So now the Indian who the Hina Yadua the Chochma and Malchus name Bechinet Yira. Chochma and Malchus they both are connected to fear, as it says, Yira Ilah and Yira Tata. Okay, everyone know that from I think it's in Tanya. It says Im ein Yira ein Chochma, Im Chochma ein Yira. It's talking about Yira Tata, Yira Ilah.
Yeah.
So in order to have Yira Tata, in order to have Chochma to Yira Tata, and in order to have Yira Ilah, you have Chochma. Okay.
Oh no, you're.
Yeah. Okay, Yir Tata brings you to Chochma, and then Chochma can bring you to Yir Ilah. Okay. Hefesh b'neim, the Yir Ilah b'chinat kiruv b'tachlis. Yir Ilah is closeness. Hamed lifnei melech v'ro'eh et melech. If you stand before the king and see him, Arum b'batel b'mitzu the gam and b'kol b'kol. You nullified in your existence from everything. Aval kasher nichnas lehechel hamelech v'adayin eno ro'eh et melech. If you go into the palace of the king and don't see him, Arigam kemit withheld mitzvot rishon. You still nullify from your first being, because the king, because you're in the heichal of the king, the palace. But you're not close to be able to see the king. כמו כן יובן בעניין ראיית מהות. So too when you see Hashem's essence, רואה מהות אלוקות, when you see God's essence, הרי בחינת ביטול בתכלית, you're nullifying it completely, because you're close now. בחינת קירוב ממש, אבל עניין ידיעת השלילה, but if you use the ידיעת השלילה, which basically means, how do you know about something by saying what it's not? הרי זה רק ביטול השגה לבד, is only nullifying your understanding. You're only nullifying what you understood קודם, before. שזה אינו שייך באור אינסוף ברוך הוא, you can't do this with Hashem, אבל לא יש עדיין בחינת ראייה דאור אינסוף, you don't see Hashem yet, בכל מקום הרי זה בחינת הכרה קצת בעצם, so nonetheless by doing this thing called shlila, by negating, you understand what God is not, and by negating that, there is some level of understanding of what God is. So through this you can nullify yourself too. גם יש לומר הפרש הוא בין הראייה דיסטלקה בעיקר דמלכה ממש. Okay, there's a difference between seeing godliness and then דיסטלקה בעיקר דמלכה, seeing the preciousness of Hashem. ובין בחינת הראייה דבראו מברא אלה, and also the difference between seeing who created these. מה שרואה אלוקות בתוך העולם, you see godliness from the world. That the bittul in this is essential. This is the difference between chokhmah and malchus. Chokhmah is yira ilah, which is seeing the essence in a close way. And malchus is yira tata, is a small fear. The vera'u mibar ela, seeing who created these. The zeu gamken b'chirat bittul. Ba'atz is also bittul in the essence. What does that mean? We're going to explain. Lachen nachtit v'salkit. So she went down and then she went back up. Dein bezeh achiza, that through this process she didn't cause any achiza to the sitra achra in her coming down to fix this problem. What does that mean? Malchus is the source for the three lower worlds. Being that it's a yesh, the ein melech below am. There's no king without a nation, so therefore a king has to be something in relation to the nation. It can't be their friend, it can't be their father, it has to be separate. So liota b'chinat yesh, being that it's yesh, yichol liot achiza v'yinika b'chinat acharayim v'chitzonias b'chinat acharei or. So being that malchus is yesh and it's a source of the worlds in order to create them, therefore there could be an achiza to the other side. Aval Sarah, so how do you do it? If Sarah is malchus, how do you malchus and don't have any achiza? If malchus by definition has achiza, anyone want to guess? How do you protect it? Well, gvura, I'll bring it to more gvuras, right?
No, it didn't work before. Oh, the chasadim.
So no, okay, so Chavad messed it up, and then no messed it up.
Right.
So the malchus going to a shorish.
Yeah.
But it has to also create the world, so therefore it has to have this level of malchus.
Yes, it has a malchus. It's Kesser malchus.
Okay, let's see. Sar liot zeu k'mosha malchus me'ir b'chinat chokhmah. So Sar is the malchus in which shines the chokhmah into it. Zeu bittul b'chinat re'iyah. This is the bittul of re'iyah. Hagam shezeu mashe me ha'olam ro'eh lakut. Even though you see godliness from the world, which that is a place where there could be a nikah, which you could fall from your level. Nonetheless, the bittul is with the atmos. You don't feel anything. Therefore, you don't feel anything. Meaning, even though you're doing a contemplation, that's for within the world itself. But since the person that's doing it doesn't feel anything, so therefore that's a protection for the unika. Then it actually causes a birur and a tikkun by doing that. Okay, tomorrow we'll explain a little bit more about that. Okay.
In other words, the malchus can express primarily any of the tastes that are kol and malchus.
Yeah.
And just which one is being primarily expressed. And in her case, it was chach.
Yeah, it could be through. Well, it's shining yira ilah, which protects even while it's connected to
Right, well, you
the
could have malchus that's shining chesed primarily, or shining void primarily, or something. In her case, it was
yeah. Yeah, we're gonna see. Well, I guess within the chokhmah has the hay Chasadim.
From there on.
Where do the Chasadim come from? I think it comes from Atik originally.
Yeah, but they're not mechulak in Atik yet.
Um, Sorry, Ian. Where are they? What? Yeah, you're saying when they're not. They're Yamincha.
Yeah.
Micha Yehuda.
Yeah, that's Yehuda Pataya only. Let's drink. What's the worst that can happen? Ask no.